वेलकम टू गुरबरिया एकेडमी। दोस्तों, आज के इस सेशन में हम आपके सेकेंड यूनिट में से थर्ड चैप्टर दैट इज कनेक्टिंग द डॉट्स इसका वर्कशॉप देखने वाले हैं। तो फिर चलिए यह वर्कशॉप हम देखते हैं। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ए, रीअरेंज द इंसिडेंट्स इन द लाइफ ऑफ स्टीव जॉब्स इन chronicle order. So the given order is Steve Jobs started next. Jobs underwent a surgery. Jobs learned about serif and sans serif typefaces. Job returned to Apple Infotech. Jobs married Lawrence. Job was diagnosed with cancer. Jobs dropped out of Reed College. And the proper sequence is answer. Jobs dropped out Reed College. Second, Jobs learned about serif and serif typefaces. Steve Jobs started next. Jobs married Lawrence. Jobs returned to Apple Infotech. Jobs was diagnosed with cancer and Jobs underwent surgery. Afterwards, B question, read the third story again, complete the flow chart given below. Diagnosed with cancer. Second, advised by doctor to go home and let things to order. Third, lived with that diagnosis the whole day. Fourth, lived with that diagnosis the whole day, diagnosed with a rare form of pancreatic cancer. Evening had a biopsy. In his youth, read the whole birth catalog. Final issue back cover photograph of early morning country road. Words beneath stay hungry, stay foolish. Message to graduates stay hungry and stay foolish. Here we have completed the first question. Now we will be moved towards the second question. Read the lesson, refer a dictionary and match the words in column A, their meanings in column B. इसका आंसर यहाँ पे हमने दिया है कॉलम ए और कॉलम बी में. डायग्नोसिस मीन्स एक्ट ऑफ आइडेंटिफाइंग द नेचर ऑफ अ प्रॉब्लम और इलनेस. सेकंड, devastating means causing great destruction. Intuition means power of understanding situations or people's feeling beforehand. Calligraphy, beautiful handwriting done with a special pen or brush. Destiny, the power believed to control events. Catalog, complete list of items specially in a special order and description. Third question, go through all three stories, identify some qualities of Steve Jobs and complete the web chart. Answer, Steve Jobs, self-confident, determination, courage, intuition, intelligence and curiosity. Here we have completed the third question. Now we will be moved towards the fourth question. Complete the following table, the three stories in the life of Steve Jobs. First story about college days, setbacks, snowboarding and lodging, reactions managed with friends at a temple, achievements and friends learned calligraphy. Second story about starting Apple, setbacks, fired from the company, reactions, started a new company, and achievements and benefits, most creative period, renaissance of Apple. Third story about death, drawbacks or setbacks, was diagnosed with cancer. Reaction is surgery and cure. And lastly, achievements and benefits, learn not to waste time living someone else's life. Here we have completed fourth question. Now we will be moved towards the fifth question. Say how. In that first, calligraphy classes helped Steve Jobs after 10 years. Answer, 10 years later, when Steve Jobs was designing the first Macintosh computer, he recalled what he had learned in the calligraphy classes about sans serif typefaces and other elements that go into great typography. He designed all this into the Macintosh computer. You can connect dots. Answer, we can't connect dots by looking forward. We can only connect them looking backward. We have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in our destiny. Next, Jobs reacted later on after the shock of being fired from Apple. Answer, after he overcome the shock of being fired from Apple, Jobs felt the lightness of being beginner again. He feels free to enter one of the most creative period of his life. He started two companies, Next and Pixar. Next, Jobs was cured of a rare cancer. Answer, Jobs was diagnosed with a very rare form of pancreatic cancer. It was curable by surgery. Jobs had the surgery and he was cured. Jobs acquired the famous word stay hungry, stay foolish. When Jobs was young, he used to read an amazing publication, the Whole Earth Catalog. The final issue was a photograph of early morning country road beneath which were the words stay hungry, stay foolish. They acquired these words from the magazine. Next question 6. Beside those given at the end of the talk by Steve Jobs, pick out other pieces of advice that Jobs given in his speech. First, learn to connect the dots. Second, Learn whatever you can whenever you can. We, we can learn even from negative experiences. Have trust that somehow the dots will connect in your future. Have trust in your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Just love what you do. Keep looking for what you love and don't ever settle for less. Question 7a. Use the following items, phrases in sentences of your own. Drop it, my daughter, and I will drop in at your place tomorrow evening. Drop out. Her brother Sam is a college dropout and he is a successful entrepreneur. Stumble on. I stumbled on a hotel trolley and ended up in a water fountain nearby. Look backwards. Look forward, let someone down. It was an amazing day. I look forward to seeing you soon. Sign of being anew, no matter what, do not lose faith in yourself. I sign off with that note. Next B, fill in the gap, filling in the gaps, choosing the appropriate items. Here the given items are drawn out, hits in the head with a brick, get one's affair in order, connects the dot, begin to dawn, stay hungry. Now we will fill it. A wealthy landlord made a will, get one's affair in order before he could die. Those who aspire for success should always to stay hungry, learn more. If you connect the dots, you will realize that crime ultimately leads to poverty. The siren of the ambulance drowned out all other traffic noise. When the father learned about his son's misdeeds, it hits the head with a brick. On reading exactly same essays in both answer sheet, it began to dawn the examiner that the students had cheated during exams. Afterwards, question second A, 8A, name the tense of the verbs underlined to include time, past, present, future, and aspect simple, continuous, perfect, and present continuous. First, I slept on the floor, simple past tense. Second, you haven't found it, past perfect tense. Third, we were designing the first Macintosh computer, past continuous tense. It had made all the difference, past perfect tense. I am fine now, simple present tense. I have been facing death. Is present perfect continuous tense. Afterwards, seventh, I shall be telling you three stories, future continuous tense. Next, B, change the tense as instructed. I got fired, future perfect. Answer, I would have been fired. Second, life hits you in the head, present perfect continuous. Answer, life has been hitting you in the head. Third, the dots will somehow connect, past perfect. The dots had somehow connected. Fourth, I started a company, present continuous. I am starting a company. Next, my doctor advised me, past perfect continuous. My doctor had been advising me. Afterwards, ninth question, read the news item and write an application for a suitable job in the same company. Attach a separate CV or resume. May 19, 2016, Apple opens development office in Hyderabad. First a new office in Hyderabad will focus on development of the maps, Apple products like iPhone, iPad, Mac, etc. This will create up to 4,000 jobs. Answer, Vaishnavi Patil, 11, Salsa Apartment, Office Pet, Hyderabad, Telangana. Its pin code 27th May 2022. The HR manager, Apple Development Office, 1823 RD number 2, Financial District, Nanakarmaguda, Hyderabad, Telangana. Subject, application for the post of system analysis. Sir, I read the news item in the Times of India dated May 19, which stated that Apple has opened a development office in Hyderabad, which is likely to create up to 4,000 jobs. I am interested in applying for the post of systems. I have bachelor degree in computer information system and 6 months of experience in Computronics Limited as a system analyst. I am well versed in analyzing, designing and implementing information systems. I wish to further my prospect and hence I am applying to your company. I do hope that you will give me opportunity to prove my mettle. Ours truly, Vaishnavi Patil's attachment, CV, photocopies of academic and personal certificates, resume name Vaishnavi Patil, age 24 years, educational qualification become first class, big computer science, CIS, experience of 6 months in Computronics Limited as system analytics, marital status single, special interest chess and football, address as above, mobile number. Next B, imagine you are already working as an engineer in Apple Development Office Hyderabad. Write an application for 2 weeks to leave to HR manager as you have to undergo an urgent surgery. Follow the steps of formal letter writing for the both above letters. This is Sarah Kanchanwala, 11 Salsa Apartments, Hafizped, Hyderabad, Telangana, 3 April, 3 April 2022. The HR Manager, Apple Development Office, 1822, RD number 2. Financial District, Nanakarmagunda, Hyderabad, Telangana. Its pin code, subject, application for leave of absence due to immediate surgery, 4th April to 17 April. Dear Sir, I had a bad fall a couple of days back and tore a ligament in my knee. The pain is intense and my doctor has advised me to immediate surgery is necessary. Please grant me 2 weeks of medical fortnights. Complete bed rest post operation. Thanking you in advance. I remain yours truly, Sarah Kanchanwala. Next question 10. Prepare a speech on the title The Will to Win be delivered before the class during a competition. Hints, title, introduction, objective and illustration. Specific examples, purpose of the title, sources or resources for implementation, usefulness, benefits and conclusion. Answer, the will to win. Good morning to all teachers and my dear friends. The topic before us today is the will to win. The title brings to my mind the story of the hare and the tortoise. When the hare challenged the tortoise to a race, the tortoise knew very well that its speed of travel was no way comparable to that of hare. Yet this little animal agreed to the race, and why, may I ask you? Only because it had the will to win. Come what may, the tortoise had to prove to the hare that it could win if it wanted to, and finally it won. This is in fact is driving force behind all great ventures and achievements, the will to win. I remember the time when I went to standard 5th, my father had been transferred to Agra to Bhusavar, a subject that I had trouble mastering, that was the language Marathi. Needless to say, in the first term, I flunked very badly, but I was a student who usually scored high marks in all subjects. This failure was devastating. However, I did not let it phase me. I took a great interest in class lessons, read my Marathi textbook over and over, made friends who spoke fluently in Marathi, and ventured to speak to them. I first they spoke one at me, but within a month I had picked up basic structure of the language and begun writing answers to questions on my own. Believe it or not, at the end of the term, I topped the class in Marathi. Today, I can speak in the language as if it is my native tongue. Friends, my message to you today is that you can do anything. All you require is the will. If you have the will, the skill will follow. So set your goals, define your objectives, and I wish all of you the very best in whatever you decide to do in life. Be sure one of the things you, if you will have will, you will win. Thank you. Afterwards, next 11th is project, that is collect more information about Steve Jobs with help of internet. Complete it with images into file. Answer: Jobs was raised by adoptive parents in Cupertino, California, located and what now known as Silicon Valley. Though he was interested in engineering, his passion of youth varied. He dropped out of Reed College in Portland, Oregon, took a job at Atari Corporation as a video game designer in early 1974, and saved enough money for pilgrimage to India to experience Buddhism. Back in Silicon Valley in the Ottoman in 1974, Jobs reconnected with Stephen Wozniak, a former high school friend, was working for the Hewlett Packard company. When Wozniak told Jobs of his progress in designing his own computer logic board, Jobs suggested that they go into business together, which they did after Hewlett Packard formally turned down Wozniak's design in 1976. The Apple, as they called the logic board, was built in the Jobs family garage with money they obtained by selling Jobs' Volkswagen minibus and Wozniak's programmable calculator. Afterwards, 12th question, do you remember doing some activities in your childhood that you didn't like it? Form pairs and make a list of those activities. Do you think any one of these activities have helped you in solving your problem? Share your experience with the class. Answer. Once while driving home from school, the chain of my bicycle got dislodged and I almost fell off. There was no bicycle repair shop near and no passengers by were able to help me. Since I had experience helping dad to repair his bicycle, somehow I managed to get chain fixed and wobble back home. My hands were black and dirty with grease and oil, but at least I didn't have to walk back home carting my bicycle along. And this way we have completed the workshop. I hope you have understand the workshop. अगर आपको इस वर्कशॉप में कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो डाउट हो तो कमेंट कीजिए। इसी तरह से अगर आपको अदर इस चैप्टर के अदर वीडियोस देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, बाजू में दिखने वाले बेल आइकन पे क्लिक कीजिए ताकि आपको वीडियो के बारे में सभी नोटिफिकेशन मिलते रहे। इसी तरह से सभी क्लास के सभी सब्जेक्ट के वीडियोस एक ही जगह पे देखने के लिए प्ले स्टोर पे जाइए, गुरुवरिया अकेडमी सर्च कीजिए और ये एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल कीजिए। ये एप्लीकेशन सबके लिए बिल्कुल फ्री है। ये आपके एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल करते समय अगर आपको कोई भी दिक्कत हो, परेशानी हो तो हमारा ये ऑफिशियल नंबर पे आप मैसेज कीजिए, हमारी टीम आपको मदद करेंगे। इस एप्लीकेशन की लिंक आपको इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिलेंगे, वहां पे भी जाके आप ये एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल कर सकते हैं। हमारे कुछ सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट्स हैं, उनके भी लिंक्स आपको इसी वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिलेंगे, वहां पे भी जाके आप ज्वाइन हो सकते हो। हमने इस एप्लीकेशन में चैट सेक्शन दिया है जिसके भीतर आप आपके डाउट्स आपके जो अदर फ्रेंड्स हैं उनके साथ डिस्कस करके ग्रुप डिस्कशन करके सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। वहाँ पे हमारे टीचर भी, उनके साथ भी आप डिस्कस करके आपके सभी डाउट्स आप क्लियर कर सकते हो। तो यहाँ पे हम रुकेंगे, जल्दी मिलेंगे अगले सेशन में नए वीडियो के साथ। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय दोस्तों, टेक केयर।